Time to look at alternatives to drugs and surgery at QC Kinetics, the nation's leader in these exciting treatments.
What could be more natural than using your own body to heal yourself?
Call QC Kinetics now for your free consultation.
Call QC Kinetics, 904-274-5522. That's 904-274-5522. 904-274-5522.
W's and L's are what it's all about in football season, and you know you want to be a winner. Well, don't forget about calling Florida Home AC at 777-4300 before all your friends come over and that AC or heating unit conks out. You'll have that L on your forehead, and that sticks. Make sure your AC can handle the heat and invite the gang over for a win. Florida Home AC, the official AC partner of the Jaguars, with prompt and quick service to make sure you stay cool in the heat and warm in the winter.
The roof is on fire or damaged or old, and you need it replaced. That's where our friends at Lockhart Roofing come in. Family owned and operated. The Lockharts will work with you and your insurance company lickety-split and make the top of your house look, well, brand new. The Lockharts are a long-time Jacksonville business taking care of Jacksonville people. So if that roof of yours finally needs to be taken care of, call Lockhart Roofing, 904-994-3851. That's 994-3851.
This is your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist Local Sports Update. I'm Andrew Gibson for 1010XL. Florida Gators quarterback Jalen Kitna has been arrested on multiple counts of possession of child pornography, according to Gainesville police. The University of Florida released a statement today saying, "We are shocked and saddened to hear of the news involving Jalen Kitna. These are extremely serious charges, and the University of Florida and the UAA have zero tolerance for such behavior. Jalen has been suspended indefinitely." Kitna, the son of former NFL quarterback John Kitna, appeared in 4 games for the Gators this season as a redshirt sophomore. Basketball coming up tonight. JU men's basketball, 7:30 tip-off against UAB. Coverage begins at 7:15 on the 1010 AM stream. Florida basketball, they take on Florida A&M. Tip-off at 8 o'clock on 1010 AM. 6:01, 65 degrees. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air Conditioning. Stay cooler with Bueller.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
I'm Daniel Murphy on 1010XL 92.5 FM, and this is the Tom Coughlin J Fund Radiothon. I'm excited as a native from Jacksonville to be able to come out here and just partner with Tom and his family, and the opportunity to give back to these families who are going through so much with their children who, so unfortunately get sick.
Call 904-207-7070 now. Let's go into the night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
Such a beautiful anthem on the final day of November, the 15th annual Tom Coughlin J Fund Radiothon, and we are putting out record numbers. You are putting out the record numbers, and I don't beg. I just never do, but this is the one time I kind of, for the most part, ask you for a little something because it's for these kids. And you've heard the stories today. They're not all pleasant. They don't all end, with a happy ending. It's just very unfortunate. It's life, but it's such a great cause. And the latest numbers, we're up to $212,000, just over $212,000. Real solid last hour. For Frangie and Company, $34,000 and change. Again, we're asking for $96, but it doesn't matter. Anything that you can donate is absolutely wonderful. And we thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Best way to get to us, 904-207-7070. We're going to have some guests here over the next couple of hours. We are going to talk a lot of Jaguar football. We're going to talk about some of the other major stories that have developed today. in the world of sports. But coming in, in and out of each break, I do want to reset the fact that this is the one day a year that we try to raise money for those who are absolutely in need. And the Tom Coughlin Fund is spectacular. Not only do they provide financial help, but they provide emotional help. And I think that's lost in a lot of circles. I think whenever you hear of doing something for charity, it's always about the cash, right? That's what comes to mind. But there's so much more with the J Fund and being able to set up events and do special things for these children and their parents is absolutely magnificent. So I'm looking forward to the next couple of hours, and I hope there's a little bit of energy in you, regular listeners of Into the Night. This really does mean a lot to me, and I hope it means a lot to you. The money that comes in clearly states that it does, because every year it gets bigger. Last year was $243,000. Yeah, I was talking with Tom Coughlin in the hall about 15 minutes ago, and this is our 15th annual Radiothon. We talked about year one, across the street. We raised like $15,000. Look at where we're at now. 243. I said earlier today I was hoping for 250. Man, wouldn't it be great to get like 260, 265, something like that to get the Into the Night audience. Go ahead and I'm going to get your pledges. I got my man Tom Champion and his staff working hard. If you're a big-time contributor, thank you, but you're going to get a shout-out if that's important to you. And obviously, I understand you're not doing it for that reason. You're doing it for the reasons that I just outlined. But this truly is one of the great days of the year. We're heading towards December. And, I think it took me a lot of years to come up with this. It was probably... I don't know, well after, when I actually became a dad. But I think the older you get, it actually feels better to give than receive. And, I find it hard to actually say something like that, thinking about how I was as a young brat growing up, in a very humble middle-class family with a brother and a sister, where you wanted everything and you understood what no meant. And there's just something about giving and seeing a smile on someone else's face that is actually, pretty cool. And it could be the simplest of things. It could be, it could be buying someone a cocktail at a restaurant. It could be, the littlest of things. But, it makes a difference. And, this for the J Fund is absolutely magnificent. So, again, keep your pledges coming in. The best way to do it is 904-207-7070. We're asking for $96, but any amount of money that you would like to donate is good. You can also text GOAL to 243-725. All right, that's GOAL 243-725. Again, latest figures, $212,000. We're trying to pass last year's record of $243,000. All right, also coming up today, we're going to talk a lot of sports. Certainly, we got to get to the situation in Gainesville. Just an awful story with Jalen Kitna, jailed on child pornography counts. I hate that it came down today while, we're raising money for children. I don't know if there's really anything else that I can add to this until we get the details. I will tell you that Jalen Kitna is a redshirt sophomore. He's 19 years of age, and he has been arrested on 3 counts of possession of child pornography. Some of the other details about distribution and things along those lines, it's a gray area. We don't know yet what is going on, but this is a disturbing story. Obviously for him, obviously for the University of Florida. They have suspended him, I have to imagine, pending a further investigation. I would think that if this is true, obviously his days in Gainesville are gone, but not a good story, not a good one as well, no doubt, as far as that is concerned. Some other stuff that we do want to get into today. All right, Doug Peterson, his Wednesday press conference A lot of positive things came out of this earlier this afternoon for the Jaguars, most notably for a second time now. All right, he said it on Monday, but he said it again today on Wednesday. The sprained left foot for Travis Etienne, the same foot where he had the Liz Frank surgery, he is expected to play coming up Sunday at Detroit. And, you know, I talk about wise guy money and I talk about public money. And you look at the top 5 wagers a week ago that the public made. Wager number 1 was Baltimore plus 3.5. It actually went up another half point the day of the game. It was pretty consistent around 3 all week, but late Saturday night into Sunday, it went up a half point. The top 5 wagered games a week ago, not one of them covered. The money so far this week is all on Jacksonville. I mean, they started as a 1-point dog. They're now a 1.5-point favorite. So, you know, the Philly Godfather is going to join me later in the program. We'll talk about the money movement there with the Jaguars, also a couple of key games that are coming up in college football over the weekend. But for Jacksonville, you know, this is a ball game where so much is on the line because much like the Jags, Detroit is a better team than its record. Okay, you got a couple of 4-7 clubs. You've also got a situation where Trevor Lawrence is coming off, in my opinion, the best game of his career. This matchup in Detroit is where you need a balanced attack. They only were able to put out 38 yards worth of rushing last week. You're not going to win a lot of games. In college football, you're not going to win a lot of games in the NFL where you're rushing it for 38 yards. This is a terrible Detroit defense, okay? It's one of the worst in the NFL. They're 32nd in scoring defense. They're 30th against the run. They allow 154.6 yards a game. So Trevor Lawrence carried this team. The passing offense carried this team 4 days ago, or 3 days ago. This game against Detroit on Sunday, you would expect the same out of Trevor Lawrence, but this is a contest where you're going to need this on the ground in order to get the W. You're going to have to run the ball. Jermichael Hasty, you know, he had nearly 100 yards from scrimmage. 65 of them were in the air. Overall, 12 carries, 28 yards. Didn't leave anything to be desired there. Is this the opportunity for, you know, Darrell Henderson to get some burn? Snoop Connor had 3 carries. Does he get an opportunity? Whatever it may be, this team has to run the football. I also think it's important. One thing that has been really kind of a thorn in the side of the Jaguars is it felt like the first 4 or 5 games, there was always some sort of streak on the line, you know? And frankly, this franchise is too young to have all of these streaks. And unfortunately, for the most part, they were not good streaks. Well, the next 2 weeks, guess what? You have streak and you have streak. You have 19 consecutive games that Jacksonville has had where they have not been able to knock off an NFC opponent. That's on tap this Sunday. Then next Sunday, you go to Tennessee. They haven't been able to win there since Gus Bradley's rookie season. Go back to 2013. Jacksonville has an opportunity to do both of those. All right? And down 3 with 6 to go, you win in Detroit, and you have Tennessee lose to Philadelphia, and then all of a sudden you turn around and knock off Tennessee in a week. That's 2 wins for Jacksonville, 2 losses for Tennessee. You do the math. They're down 1 game with 4 to play, and you still would end up having Tennessee there. Now, I don't want to put the cart ahead of the horse, but I think you do understand what I'm getting at. So that is what we're going to do coming up this afternoon. All right, the Tom Coughlin J Fund, it is underway. Here's the number, 904-207-7070, or you could text GOAL to 243-725. We're asking for $96 from you out there listening, but again, it doesn't matter what the amount is. If you want to go over that, all the love in the world to you. If you can't come up with $96, but maybe it's $50 or whatever, that's fine as well. Whatever you can give here for the J Fund Radiothon is absolutely appreciated. And again, we have folks standing by. 904-207-7070 or text GOAL to 243-725. JJ is here. My name is Rick Ballou. We on YouTube as well? Could we have our YouTube listeners?
We are on YouTube. All you got to do is 1010XL's YouTube page will be the first video. Give us a click. Give us a watch.
All right, YouTube audience, want to hear from you. Into the night. Where are you at? Where are you at? 904-207-7070. Let's get it on. It's the 15th annual Tom Coughlin J Fund Radiothon.
Hey, have you heard why people are driving from all over the country to buy from Beaver? Stop waiting for months for the vehicle you're looking for. We have new inventory on the lot, priced to sell and waiting for you. Plus, every new vehicle comes with a 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty for your peace of mind. It's simple. We want to provide you with exceptional service before and after the sale. We'll see you at Beaver Chevrolet in Jacksonville. Or Beaver Toyota in St. Augustine. We're here to wow you.
Hey, Jacksonville, I'm sure by now you've seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We are an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We are committed to customer service, reliability, and have unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today. GFL, green for life.
Your pipes are leaking, don't get nervous. Fa la 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 la. Call Roll and Reach for same-day service. Fa la 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 la. He guarantees your satisfaction. Fa la 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 la. Call Roland and he'll spring into action. Fa la 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 la. This holiday season, if you have a leak and can't wait a week, dial 904-260-7059. And from the Roll and Reach family to yours, have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
ITP Partners, the official financial firm for the station to beat inflation.
Whoa, Dan. People don't want to joke about their money, not during these tough times.
You mean they'd rather hear about how ITP Partners takes our money and makes us more money?
Now you're talking. They make financial planning simple and easy to understand, even for a couple of slappies like us.
Those guys have been serving Hickets for 3 generations. Junie bugged me. I even got my son Drew being smart with his money in his 20s.
It's never too early to talk with Chris Bryan, Dan Abel, Brian Wright, Reagan Wright, Jeff Hartman, and Craig Ross.
Financial questions, ideas, or thoughts, email chris@itppartners.com.
When you have an orthopedic injury and need a specialist, I highly recommend Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
This is Dr. Kevin Murphy with Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, where athletes are treated like a pro. If you're in need of orthopedic care, call us today. We genuinely appreciate our patients and look forward to helping you. Online at se-ortho.com.
Where everyone is treated like a pro.
Relieve pain and get back to life. SOS. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On November 30th, 1993, the National Football League awarded an NFL franchise to Jacksonville, becoming the Jaguars and NFL's 30th franchise.
Over 40 years ago, I made a decision to help people. Might sound simple, but following your passion never is. Big ideas tend to get bigger. What started out as one lawyer's vision is now a team of over 400 with an obsession. Today, protecting you and your family is more than a job. It's a way of life. Over 40 years ago, we set out to build a law firm. It's clear now that what we've built is so much more. I'm Eddie Farah, Jacksonville.
It takes fight to be a full-time fan. There'll be early check-ins and late shifts, good days and bad ones. But you'll never quit because you're in this together. It won't always be easy, but when you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. Modelo, brewed for full-time fans, brewed for those with a fighting spirit.
Men, if you're struggling with erectile dysfunction or PE and frustrated taking pills that don't work, Prime Men's Medical Center offers breakthrough medical treatments that effectively treat your problem. 98% of patients experience immediate results during their first office visit. And for a limited time, your initial consultation and first treatment are completely free. Listen to a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Rubinsky. The physicians at Prime Men's Medical Center offer the most advanced treatments that eliminate ED and PE. Now men are lasting 30, 60, 90 minutes or longer, regardless of age or medical history.
Guys, to eliminate your frustration in the bedroom, call Prime Men's Medical Center now to take advantage of this exclusive limited-time offer. Your initial consultation and first treatment are totally free, and you'll see instant results right in the office. Call now, 904-664-8217. 904-664-8217. That's 904-664-8217.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
I'm Doug Flutie from Boston College Days with Tom Coughlin, and this is the Tom Coughlin J Fun Radiothon on 1010XL.
Call 904-207-7070 now. Into the Night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
All right, it is our 15th annual Tom Coughlin J Fun Radiothon, looking to put up record-setting numbers. Right now, we sit at just over $212,000. Last year, we hit $243,000. The cry is out to the listeners of Into the Night. If you can do it, we love you for it. We're asking for $96, but anything that you can pledge is absolutely, a wonderful gesture, and it's absolutely appreciated by so many, including all of us who are here at the radio station. 904-207-7070. You can also text GOAL. That is 243-725. I have a couple of special guests joining us right now in studio. 9-year-old Chase Sagan, as well as his mom, Nicole Sagan, and the brothers are here. The dad is here as well. Chase is 9 years old. How you doing, Chase?
Good.
Yeah, it's great to have you with us. I understand you're a really good Fortnite player.
Yeah, I am.
What's your favorite thing to do? I don't know much. I don't know anything about the game. So tell us about it and why you enjoy it so much.
So you kill people. And then you,
okay. Yeah.
And then you level up.
Mm-hmm.
And if you get high enough of a level, then you can start getting skins.
Okay.
And you can buy like tokens in it. It's called V-Bucks. And I just like it because it's fun. Do you play with your brothers or do you play with other people through the computer? How does that work? Usually I just play alone. Okay. In a solo match. Mom, it sounds like it's a lot of fun. That is Nicole Sagan. How are we doing this afternoon or into the night?
We are doing great. Thank you so much for having us.
Tell us about Chase. I know he is. It's been a tough run for him. He has a form of leukemia, and at the age of 9, I cannot imagine what that must be like for you and your husband.
It changed our life in an instant. My husband's a stay-at-home dad, so he brought my son in for his 9-year-old checkup. And so what we thought would just be finding out his height and weight percentiles turned into his wonderful pediatrician actually recognizing that something just wasn't quite right and sending us to the emergency room and finding out that he had leukemia. And so in that instant, everything changed. It was very scary for all of us, especially as little brothers who thought he'd be going into school late that day after his appointment and turned into his brother didn't come home for days. But once his brother made it home, they felt a lot better in knowing that we were going to fight and that we have great care at Wolfson's and Nemours and such great support with the organizations, especially the J Fund, helping us along the way. So I truly believe that although nothing was going to stop Chase from getting leukemia because that happened spontaneously, a lot of things along the way have helped us make this journey a little bit easier and set us up to fight as hard as we possibly can and support Chase in that fight because he's really the one doing the work.
And he obviously is a very tough young boy. You could tell by looking at him physically, but also talking with him before he came on emotionally as well. How do you explain that to a young boy?
That's a good question, and it's still ongoing talks that we have. because I work in oncology,
Uh-huh.
so all of my children are aware that that people have cancer, and mommy goes to work to help them fight that. So to turn around and tell my child that the thing that I fight against every day, he has, it was a hard conversation, but he knows that he's going to get past this, and he's already in remission, and he just needs to continue doing the chemo to make sure it doesn't come back. I think it was I know it was confusing. Chase was definitely concerned about the money aspect of things. In the beginning, he had said, how much does this cost? And I said, well, don't you worry about that. And he was concerned about that. And so along the way, we've made sure that he knows about everyone's generosity. And I think that's eased his mind in knowing, because he was afraid that, if it costs too much money, I don't want to lose our house. Maybe I shouldn't get this chemo. And I explained to him that was not something that he needed to worry about. There's so many people in his corner that was going to take care of that. And so we haven't had many of those conversations since, because he knows that everything's covered, everything's good. And J-Fund's been a huge part of that, helping us pay our bills, and just knowing that we don't have to worry about that. We live about an hour away from the hospital. There's a lot of trips to Jacksonville, and just knowing that we don't have to worry as much as we would have if we were trying to fight this alone, because it's a 2.5-year journey, and then with everyone's support, it's as long as Chase is happy, we're good.
Boy, Chase, I'm really proud of you, and I think everyone listening right now is incredibly proud of you to be 9 years of age, and with everything you're going through, worry about your family and things like that. I just want to let you know that there's a lot of people out there that are proud and really happy for you and want to see you get well.
Thank you.
What is the latest? I know that this was about 4 months ago, early September?
Chase was actually diagnosed on September 14th.
Okay.
So we're coming up on 3 months.
All right. What is the latest? What can you tell us at this point?
Chase was able to achieve his remission on day 29, which is a huge step in the leukemia path. And so now it's a matter of taking care of any cancer cells that are hiding out that weren't picked up on the biopsy on the 29th, and then just making sure that, leukemia's came such a long way over the years. We know that if most children with this diagnosis, if they stay the course and get the 2.5 years of chemo, that they will achieve long-term cure. So that's what we're in. Right now he's in interim maintenance 1. He just had his second infusion of 2 different chemos on Monday, and he was back at school yesterday. So he's really powering through and doing a great job.
That's Nicole Sagan. She's the mother. The 9-year-old is Chase Sagan, who is a fighter, and he is punching leukemia right back smack dab in the nose at the age of 9. And we're doing our annual Tom Coughlin J Fund Radiothon. We're asking you to help. 904-207-7070 for young boys like Chase and so many others. The Tom Coughlin J Fund is there for them. Again, the number is 904-207-7070 or text GOAL to 243-725. So you're a fighter. Man, I love that in you. I can tell, and again, we're really proud of you, Chase.
Thank you.
Yes, it's amazing. What is Tom Coughlin? I mean, how did you learn about the Tom Coughlin J Fund? And when you reached out to them, take us through that whole process of how they were able to help you out.
We originally heard about it briefly upon our admission at the hospital, and then having talked to other families in the same circumstances as us, they said, definitely reach out to the J Fund. They will help you. And, instinctually, when you get a diagnosis like this, you don't always want to, you kind of want to go inward and not talk about it. But we quickly learned from the friends that we made in the same circumstance, and also the child life at the hospital, you need help.
Yeah.
This is, I've said many times, this is a very dark time for our family, but all of everyone's prayers, well wishes, generosity, just support in general has been spread light for us. So once we got home, my husband's kind of was in charge of coordinating with the J Fund, and it was just a matter of, submitting a request, and within a day or two, we were getting, your request is taken care of, and we weren't having to worry about making sure our bills right then were paid on time. We were able to worry about, taking care of Chase, making sure he had what he needed, and so it was just so helpful, and still is helpful, not having to have certain things like that taken off our plate, and then also the fun things that we get to do. Chase has his younger siblings. They're 6 years old, and they're watching their brother go through this and watching Chase get a lot of special things going on. And so we're grateful to the J Fund for providing the sibling program.
Oh, really?
So they get to do things that are special for them, and also make connections with other siblings of other children that have cancer. And so they can kind of make lifetime connections and seeing how other children are dealing with their same circumstances and questions that they might have.
Yeah, it's. I mean, obviously, right now we're asking for as much money as we possibly can, but I'm glad you pointed that out, Nicole. It's so much more at the J Fund. The emotional help involving the family, the twin younger brothers, and other families and their siblings. Again, I think that's kind of lost in some people when they think about this. They don't understand the entire picture.
Oh yeah, it definitely affects the entire family. I think a lot of ways this will shape all of our lives forever. But I think that some of that shaping will be in a positive direction, and seeing how generous people can be, and then paying it forward later when we're in a position to do the same.
Well, what a story. I'm really blown away by this. Chase, your younger brothers over there are pulling for you. Your mom and dad are pulling for you. I'm pulling for you. Everyone listening is pulling for you. Again, we wish you the best. And you have a lot to be proud of.
Thank you. It means a lot.
Yes, it really does. Now, tell us, what is your you like to actually play football, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. What do you have a favorite player or anything like that? Or
I have a favorite team.
Okay.
It's the Chiefs.
The Kansas City Chiefs. Well, that's a good team to pick. They are one of the best teams in the NFL. Hey, Chase, thank you. We're going to stay in touch, and this really means a lot to us here at the radio station. We are all pulling for you. Nicole, thank you so much as well. Anything else you'd like to say?
We just appreciate everything everyone's done for us. Thanks to everybody out there that's calling in, and thank you to the J Fund and the radio station for just supporting us. We really appreciate it.
Thanks for taking time as well to come on out here to the radio station. Thank you so much, Nicole. Chase, thank you as well.
You're welcome.
There he goes. What a great little boy. Chase, or he's a big boy. I shouldn't say little. He's 9. Chase Sagan and his mom, Nicole Sagan. All right. We are asking for your donations. If you can do anything that you can do is appreciated. Let me get that out right out of the way. That anything is appreciated. The number is 904-207-7070 or text GOAL to 243-725. Last year we set a record of $243,000. And one day here in little old Duval, right? National media telling us, this and that, and there's nothing going on in Duval. You had $243,000 last year. Right now we're at $212,000. It's on you. It's on me and you to get this thing rolling to break the $243,000 from a year ago. All right? You talk about pressure. This needs to be, that's what I've basically been told today. Get it done. Can we get to 260? Can we shatter last year's 243? Right now, we're only at 212. So you're going to have to reach into your pocket. The best way to do it is pick up the phone, 904-207-7070, or text GOAL to 243-725. We got much more to do. The Philly Godfather will check the very latest as far as the money in Las Vegas, and absolutely much more on the J Fund Radiothon. Keep it right here on your home of the Jags, 92.5 and 1010 on the AM. Ballou here for Smoonez Vision. Why Smoonez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smoonez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smoonez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smoonez is fellowship-trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmoonezVision.com today. Care you can see.
Clear water irrigation. We can't sing a lick.
Joshua Scobie, are you singing that jingle again?
Melissa, I can't help it. Ever since Clearwater installed our irrigation, tied in drainage to our 6-inch seamless gutters, and dried out the yard, I can't help but sing their praises.
Well, I guess you're right. Hit it, Josh.
Clear water irrigation. We can't sing a lick, but we sure are good at sprinklers.
And drainage too.
ClearwaterJacks.com. Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
With hot tables, nonstop action, and tons of great poker games, Best Bet Jacksonville and Orange Park have you covered. Play in the no-limit Hold'em tournaments every Sunday through Friday with buy-ins ranging from $60 to $160. Or play in a great cash game from no-limit Hold'em to pot limit Omaha and more in our smoke-free facility. Best Bet Jacksonville and Orange Park. Poker rooms are open from 10 a.m. to 4 a.m. Monday through Friday and open 24 hours Saturday and Sunday. Learn more at bestbetjacks.com.
Now, the special teams player of the game.
Well, it's not special.
Brought to you by the urological specialists of McKeever Clinic.
Jaguar kicker Riley Patterson was perfect on Sunday. Patterson nailed his extra point and also made 2 big field goals, which were vital for the Jaguars' victory over the Baltimore Ravens. Riley Patterson's 3 for 3 kicking performance on Sunday makes him your McKeever Clinic special teams player of the game.
Many couples struggle to conceive, and in some cases it may be related to male infertility. That's right, guys. I'm Dr. Ali with McKeever Clinic, and I'm talking to you. I know you may feel vulnerable, but it's okay to seek help. I've helped hundreds of couples with their dream of starting a family, and I'm eager to help you with yours. Visit McKeeverClinic.com to schedule an appointment so we can diagnose the source of the problem and help find you the best treatment option. McKeever Clinic, innovators in urologic care since 1921.
Here for my friends at Roof It Right. Hey, you having a problem with your roof? Well, you want the strongest building materials backed by the market's best warranties. You want Roof It Right. Listen, folks, a roof in Florida, that's a big deal. I've been endorsing Roof It Right for years because they're the company I know and trust. Call or schedule your estimate at roofitRightFL.com. That's roofitRightFL.com. And see why your friends and neighbors say Roof It Right so you can sleep at night.
Hello, Florida. It's me, Emmitt Smith. Yeah, that Emmitt Smith.
Florida's very own football legend Emmitt Smith with a special message for people here who suffer from chronic joint pain.
Here's one thing we can all agree on, that we are a little older and joint pain is no fun. But I have some great news. QC Kinetics is here with the latest advances in regenerative medicine. Treatments that can get you moving again.
Got pain in your knees, hips, shoulders, or back? QC Kinetics is the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. Non-surgical, all-natural advanced treatments using natural biologics from your own body, delivering lasting results.
QC Kinetics is right here helping people get lasting relief with no downtime, no meds, and best of all, no surgeries.
So take it from Emmitt Smith, who knows joint pain thanks to some of his glory days right here in Florida.
We're on the same team, and we're talking about joint pain relief, and that's QC Kinetics.
Call QC Kinetics, 904-274-5522. That's 904-274-5522. 904-274-5522.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
I'm Tom Coughlin, founder of the J Fund Foundation, helping local families tackle childhood cancer since 1996. Every year I'm blown away by your generosity, and I'm asking for your help again. Call 904-207-7070 right now with your gift, 904-207-7070, and thank you.
Now, another interview on the Farah and Farah phone line, brought to you by the accident attorneys at Farah and Farah. Into the Night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Philly Godfather, 30 seconds away. It is our annual Tom Coughlin J Fun Radiothon. Again, we're trying to put up record numbers this year. We currently sit at 212,000. Last year, the record was 243,000. So, to the Into the Night listening audience, let's get it done. We're asking for $96. Anything you can pledge is absolutely appreciated. The number, 904-207-7070. That's 904-207-7070. Or go text GOAL to 243-725. Let's go to Philadelphia. We bring in the Philly Godfather who goes into the night with Rick Ballou. Mr. Godfather, how you been?
I'm okay, man. It's getting a little cold, a little windy out here, and there's a bunch of great games on the board. College basketball, college football, NFL, you name it. It's a great time of the year.
Have you ever considered making the pilgrimage to Vegas like the Philly Rooster during the cold months?
To go out time, I used to be out there every 2-3 weeks, but you get older, family, you settle down a little bit, and plus I'm not allowed to go out there as much anymore.
Yeah, I understand. Hey, real quick, I just got a $1,000 pledge here from Neil Powell, who did head up the Chop and Chomp group that I spoke at a week ago. $1,000, man. That is incredible. Thank you to Neil. Dr. John, and I believe is it Tanya? It's either Sonia or Tanya Lunderin. $1,300. My goodness, into the night. I'm so blown away by it. Again, the number is 904-207-7070. Thank you to you all. All right, let's get to it. What a week, as you just pointed out, Philly Godfather. A lot of huge games. Let's get to the big one on Friday night. It's for the Pac-12. USC wins. They're going to the college football playoff. What's the latest as far as at the window in this particular game?
Yeah, this line originally opened up offshore with the Trojans being a slight 1-point favorite, and the combined total was set at 66.5, 67. And since then, we've seen some movement on both the side and the total. When it comes to this side, we've seen USC reach as high as -3.5 at some Vegas shops before it was met with some resistance, which forced the bookmakers to lower the price back down to below that key number of 3, where it sits right now at -2.5, basically painted on your sports betting screens. The total bounced up as high as 69.5 before settling, and where it currently stands at 67.5, a couple 68s out there, depending on where you shop. When it comes to handicapping this one, Rick, it's a big revenge spot for USC after losing to Utah in Week 7 by a point. And over the last 5 weeks, the Trojans have played some great football. And over the last 2 games, they've beaten 2 ranked opponents in UCLA and Notre Dame. While over the same time span, Utah had a headache at Washington State. They squeezed out a 4-point victory. They lost at Oregon 20-17. To be honest, this game is as close to as a pick'em as you can get. I usually side with the dog here at that key number of +3 or better when I think a game is, a coin flip. But I lead some 2.5 for the Trojans. I took some money line. It's the second time around for USC. One of Utah's top offensive targets left the Colorado game right before halftime. Kincaid, and even if he does play this week, he's not going to be 100%. If you remember last time they played, he had 16 catches for 234 yards, both career highs. And he had a touchdown that helped Utah beat the Trojans. So if he's not 100%, that's going to hurt that team. Also, Utah's star cornerback, he's going to try to give it a go here, Clark Phillips. But even if he does play, he's not going to be 100%. So that's a problem. I like USC here on the money line -145, and I laid some 2.5. I like USC.
Very interesting. I remember a few weeks ago, it was in the 70s. It was unbelievable. It was USC, UCLA, and that old adage, if it looks high, play it high. There's no way I would have laid the 76 points or whatever. But what is it, 68, 69? Do you have a feeling on the total?
If Kincaid isn't 100%, is Utah going to score as much? Are they going to drive down the field as much? If Phillips plays, then maybe USC doesn't score as much, but I don't think anyone can stop their quarterback right now. If you got to play, last time they scored, 83 points? You got to go over again. These kids are, they're going to light it up.
All right, another game where there's a rematch. 2 rematches out of really the 4 games that mean something. Of course, if the 4 favored teams win, they will be the 4 that we expect in the college football playoff. But TCU had success earlier this year against Kansas State. They'll do it for a second time
coming up at high noon on Saturday. What are your feelings about this game?
Yeah, it's currently 2.5. TCU's favored by 2.5 in Arlington, Texas. If the 3 pops up, there's probably going to be some sharp money taking the 3. But you can call me a square like TCU here. I mean, they've run the table this year. They've beat 5 ranked teams along the way. They beat Kansas State, like you said earlier in the year, by double digits. They shut out the Wildcats in the entire second half. Kansas State couldn't even score. They also had 11 more first downs in that game, 85 more total yards. They won the time of possession by 17 minutes. As long as TCU doesn't turn the ball over here, they should be able to win this game and cover the spread. It's going to be a great game to watch. Again, call me a square, but I like the better quarterback with TCU here to cover the number.
Yeah, and the guy's not getting a lot of Heisman talk at all. I mean, if he lights it up, he could be right back in, and obviously I think Williams would have to lose on Friday night, but we shall see. Philly Godfather, give us your information out there so our listeners can get a hold of you either on the website or on Twitter.
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter at Philly Godfather. You can stop by the PhillyGodfather.com. And like you said, I think Khalid Williams is like minus 3,000 to win the Heisman. Well, this kid's plus 2,500. So if you want to, take a lottery ticket here, I don't know. I don't think you can get there, but you never know.
Yeah. Well, the time to do it would be now, and then in that case, you hope Williams loses in 2 nights, and then, this kid has an unbelievable day at high noon. We'll see. All right, we got a good one tomorrow night. It's the Bills. It's the Patriots. Thursday night football. Al Michaels has been complaining all year he can't get a good game. He finally's got a pretty good one here coming up tomorrow night.
Yeah, we've seen some early sharp money attack the screen on the Patriots here, forcing the bookmakers to move from Buffalo minus 5.5 on the Bills down to 3.5 even money. If you're looking to bet the Bills right now, the bookmakers won't even charge you any juice. And more than likely, this game could close Buffalo minus 3 by kickoff. The total has also dropped from 44.5 down to 43.5, and will more than likely keep dropping because they're expecting some weather. It's a short week for the Bills. They're heading into hostile territory against a divisional opponent. It just happens to have one of the greatest coaches of all time. So the Patriots are going to be ready. I took plus 5 on the Patriots. New England may have the worst record in the AFC East, but they do have the second best point differential in the division. And if you look at the Patriots' schedule, Bill Belichick's team has lost 3 games this year by 1 score or less. They took a very good 9-2 Vikings team to the brink. The Patriots actually had more total yards than Minnesota, averaged 2 more yards per play and 1 more yard per pass attempt. Buffalo's also going to be playing without Von Miller, which is huge, and Deion Dawkins at their offensive tackle. He's out. When it comes to the total, both defenses are really stingy. The Patriots defense allowing just 5 opponent yards per play this season, which is actually slightly better than Buffalo's, who are giving up 5.2. And then you had the fact that wind can absolutely be a factor here. As of early Wednesday afternoon, I think the National Weather Service forecasted sustained winds anywhere from 10 to 18 miles an hour, wind gusts from 25 to 30 miles per hour when the Patriots and Bills kick off, for the game. I like the under 21.5 in the first half. I think the winds subside a little bit in the second half of what I was reading, so they might be able to score a little bit more in the second half. So I like the under in the first half on the 21.5. I took Patriots plus 5. If you can find a 4 out there, I suggest you take the Patriots plus 4.
All right, look at all these free releases here by the Philly Godfather, including the first half under 21.5. There'll be plenty of weather in Detroit, but it's not going to matter for the game because we know it's indoors. But, these are a couple of 4-7 teams, Philly Godfather, that are much better than their overall record. And we've seen the line flip here. What are your thoughts on this game?
Yeah, you're absolutely right, man. These teams could have won a couple more games on the season. They could have been, in contention for maybe a playoff spot, but that's not where we're at right now. Like you said, the Jags are now 1-point road favorites after opening up 2-point dogs. The total's at 51.5. I actually like the better defensive team here with the Jags. I like the road team. The Lions' defense, they can't stop anyone this season. They're allowing 28 points per game, which is the worst in the NFL, and an average of 414.5 total yards per contest, while Jacksonville's defense ranks 14th in the league, just giving up 21 points per game, which is pretty good, actually. And Jacksonville's strength of defense is against the run. I think they're ranked 8th in the NFL in opponent yards per rush attempt, which should slow down the Lions' run game. That's actually pretty good. I think they're like top 12 in the league in yards per rush attempt. I like Jacksonville here. As long as Jacksonville doesn't lose the turnover battle, they should win this game and cover the spread, man. I just don't see them not winning this game.
All right, there you have it. That is the Philly Godfather. Once again, please give us all of your information.
Yeah, stop by the PhillyGodfather.com or find me on Twitter at Philly Godfather.
Best of luck, Philly Godfather. Thank you.
Good luck, guys.
There he goes. Billy Godfather. Just handed out pick after pick after pick. Going to play USC money line. Interesting. So he's going to buy the points, and all you do is win by 1. Makes some sense. No doubt about it. Likes the Jags minus the 1, likes New England plus the 5, and a first half under of 21.5. Wasn't really down and set on that Kansas State TCU matchup. How you doing over there? You feeling all right?
I am feeling all right.
Yeah. Phone ringing. We got people calling. 207-7070.
I don't
That's
know.
904.
It doesn't go to me.
207.
So I have no idea.
7070. I thought you controlled everything over there.
No, I actually have nothing to do with this today. But
Okay.
we did have a special caller that wasn't aware we have a number for the J Fund. That was Mr. Rick Ballou's father.
Oh, my dad?
Yes.
Really?
So we know he is giving in the giving mood today. So we appreciate that.
Yeah, and that should serve as a couple of things. Number one, you can always pick us up on the app.
Yes, he is out of the listening area.
He's in Tampa, and we know this is a blowtorch, but you can't get it in Tampa. But he listens on the app, and I've seen the streaming numbers. They're really impressive. So, we talk about YouTube, and you can get us there as well. How do they get us on YouTube?
YouTube, that's our newest thing. Go to 1010XL's YouTube page. We will be the first video into the night with Rick Ballou. Give us a click.
How about the app?
1010XL has their own app. 92.5 has their own app. Download both.
Yeah.
Alternate every commercial break. I don't know if that helps or hurts us, but just do it. Appreciate
that from my dad listening in Tampa. It was great to spend Thanksgiving with him, and we also had a chance to visit my mother and his bride, who's unfortunately in assisted living.
Your dad always sounds like he's having a blast.
He is. He likes to have a couple. Did he have a couple of martinis?
Sounded like it.
Yeah. Yeah. He likes to have a good time.
Love that.
And
I'm envious.
They say the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. There is one major difference between my dad and I. When my teams lose, I go bananas, okay? He's kind of okay with it. He lives for another day.
He's been there, done that.
I guess, yeah. Well, hey, listen, he saw 4 Red Sox World Series championships after 46, 67, 72, 75, 78, 86.
Oh, I told you the most spoiled thing I ever seen. This was in Boston. Spoiled Sports City. And I understand you guys were losers forever, but right now this is ridiculous. So outside of a bar that I went to last week, they have the times open, close. Monday through Friday, weekends, holidays, and then under it. And this is painted on the wall. This isn't like just a sign they, can put up anytime. This is painted on the brick. Championship parade days, we open 8 a.m. Like, that's just a thing that always happens there.
Yeah,
I love that.
The Red Auerbach, Bill Russell, Casey Jones, Sam Jones just passed here about a year ago. He played golf.
Had him on 1010XL.
Yeah, he was part of the 210 Mafia. He would play, up and down all those courses and just a wonderful guy. But they won all those rings. That was before my time. They won a couple in the 70s, and the Bruins won in 70, 72. That's it. When I grew up, that was it. The Red Sox had never won. You got to go back to, 1918. And, the Patriots never won. But, yeah, the folks there.
The kids don't even know. They don't realize.
They don't. And you know what? That bothers me that they didn't have to deal with any grief. I mean, the same thing will happen. Let's just flip the switch here. Let's say that, beginning in a year, the Jaguars, and I'm not going to discount what they could do this year. Hell, I was the one in 96 when they were 4-7, said they would never win a game the rest of the year, and they won 7 straight. They went to an AFC championship game. It was unbelievable. Could they do it again? We'll see. But imagine being a young boy, young girl, and all of a sudden this team starts making playoff runs year after year after year. Trevor Lawrence becomes the quarterback that we hope he can become.
And you're like, dude, believe me, they used to suck. It was bad.
3 AFC championship games, but the other years were pretty pale. I do want to thank Dr. John and Sonia Lunderin. $1,300 pledge. Man, that just fires me up. Thank you very much. And again, Neil Powell, $1,000. Really good guy.
Spoke to that group along with Hayes Carline last week for the Chop and Chomp. For those of you maybe didn't get the final result of the game, Florida State was a winner 45-38 over Florida. Thank you to Neil Powell for his $1,000 contribution. All right, here's where we're at. We got some work to do. I would like to think that Into the Night is a second-half team. I would like to think that Into the Night has what it takes to come from behind, including in the fourth quarter. All right. Right now, we are at $212,000. I'll have some figures here momentarily as we begin the 7 o'clock hour. But the record is $243,000. That was set a year ago. We have to break that tonight. We do. So, asking for your donation. If you can do it, it is much appreciated. Again, the best way is to go to call 904-207-7070. 904-207-7070 or text GOAL to 243-725. So let's get ready for hour number 2. I got more on the Jaguars in our second hour. As a matter of fact, I got more on the NFL. Detroit is beaten up. Detroit's playing better than their record, okay? If you have forgotten, I'm going to go over that for you. But this is a major opportunity for Jacksonville to really get this bad boy running. They've won 2 out of their last 3. Can they win on the road? Can they win indoors in Detroit? So plenty of that coming up in hour number 2 as well. Along with JJ, I'm Rick Ballou.
Nimnick Buick GMC wants to take a moment to pause and reflect on all the reasons they're thankful and acknowledge the incredible customers and amazing staff. Nimnick knows how you treat people matters, and for 80 years, they have been humbled by your trust in their dealership. Thank you from Billy, Lee, and the entire Nimnick Buick GMC family. Stop by the showroom on Phillips Highway, just south of I-295, or reserve yours today online at nimnickbuickgmc.com. That's Nimnick, your friends in the car business since 1941. GMC, we are professional grade.
Woodcraft of Jacksonville is your local source for woodworking tools, projects, and lumber. If you're interested in a new skill, we offer woodworking classes from basics to advanced. If you need help with a current project, our knowledgeable staff at Woodcraft can help because we're a trusted source for woodworkers. Just come by our location on the corner of St. John's Bluff and Beach Boulevard or call 721-9796. Get your Woodcraft gift certificate for the holidays now.
When all you have is a hammer, everything is a nail. I'm Dr. George Bari, and like me, I know you have been bombarded with PRP and stem cell treatments from companies that promise the world and charge prices to match. Or the surgeon that convinced you the only way to treat your injuries through surgery. At Bari Orthopedics, we offer the best PRP treatment on the market with prices that won't cost you an arm and a leg. We also have the expertise to treat your injury surgically if that is what it entails. We can discuss all surgical and non-surgical options with you and make sure you get the best treatment available. Come see me, Dr. George Bari at Bari Orthopedics.
Why is it so important for victims of accidents to call a lawyer right away? Because lawyers need to do things like interview witnesses while memories are still fresh, collect evidence before it's often destroyed, and to make initial contact with the insurance company so you don't have to worry about it. Why postpone securing legal representation? If an accident is causing you problems, call me, Eddie Farah. I want to hear about it. Farah and Farah, 396-5555. Offices Jacksonville.
WJXL-FM, Jacksonville Beach.
Hi, my name is Jackie, and a little thing that I love about the Chick-fil-A peppermint chip milkshake is the whipped cream and the cherry on top. It's like a little bow on top of this great present of peppermint chip goodness. It tastes like the holidays.
Hey, my name is Chandler, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A peppermint chip milkshake is the little pieces of the peppermint that you get. For me, no milkshake is topping the peppermint chip milkshake.
Order a Chick-fil-A peppermint chip milkshake on the Chick-fil-A app today. Available for a limited time. Real customers paid for their testimonials.
Now, the Tire Outlet. Drive of the game. Tire Outlet. Wholesale prices, premium service.
Trailing 27-20 in the fourth quarter, the Jaguars took the ball at their own 25-yard line. They went 75 yards in 6 plays, culminating in a Trevor Lawrence touchdown pass to Marvin Jones. He would hit also Zay Jones on the 2-point conversion, giving the Jaguars a 28-27 lead. This was your Tire Outlet drive of the game.
Wholesale prices, premium service. Tire Outlet.
No matter what you drive, we're here to keep your ride alive. We carry all major brands, full automotive repair. We're the very best that you can get. Wholesale prices, premium service, Tire Outlet.
Hi, this is Travis Cummings of the Ballou Group, and I specialize in working with medium and large companies to ensure their employees get the best benefits possible.
This is Jamie Shelton from Best Bet Jacksonville, Orange Park, and soon to be St. Augustine. And with the largest card room in the state of Florida, we value our employees to offer great experience. And with Travis Cummings from the Ballou Group, we can provide them with exceptional benefits and coverage as well.
Call me, Travis Cummings, at 461-1800, and I'll make sure your employees are well taken care of.
Hey, Dad. Hey, Mom. Looking for a great way for your kids to enjoy sports? Check out I-9 Sports, the way youth sports should be, offering flag football, basketball, soccer, and t-ball in Duval, St. Johns, and Clay County. You can play year-round, fall, winter, spring, and summer seasons with co-ed programs ages 3 to 17. Enter promo code 1010XL to receive $5 off registration. All the details are at i9sports.com.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
The Tom Coughlin J Fund helps local families battling cancer. I'm David Garrard, and you can help make a difference right now on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
This is Tom Coughlin. I'm encouraging you to be there for these kids and their families.
Call 904-207-7070 now.
Thank you for your support.
Into the Night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
All right, second hour of Into the Night during our annual J Fund Radiothon. Also a sad day for Christine McVie, an all Fleetwood Mac fan. She passed today. So underrated. And, you know, Bob Welsh left the band, and Mick Fleetwood wanted to bring in Lindsey Buckingham. Lindsey Buckingham, back in high school, was dating Stevie Nicks, and, you know, they wanted to bring in just the guitar playing Lindsey Buckingham, but he said, no, we're a package deal, so Mick Fleetwood had to go to Christine McVie, who, of course, married the bass player, John McVie, and she had to basically okay it. She put aside her ego, did everything she could to welcome them both, and ended up being one of the great rock and roll bands of our lifetime. Kind of a hybrid band, a combination of London and, of course, the West Coast. So she's gone today at the age of 79. All right, I have some numbers here, and they're not impressive. Not compared to a year ago. We did $8,000 in the first hour. So we are going to have to really get it on in hour number 2. Last year we did $14,246 in the 6 o'clock hour. This year just over $8,000. Last year we did $243,000. Right now, with an hour to go, we are at $223,166. So we need 20 grand to tie. Obviously, we need more in order to go over that mark. So again, I understand you can do what you can do. Times are tough. Whatever it is, anything that you can contribute is appreciated by all. It's our 15th annual Tom Coughlin J Fund Radiothon. The best way to get a hold of us, 904-207-7070. Folks standing by, 904-207-7070, or text GOAL to 243-725. Once again, 904-207-7070, or text GOAL to 243-725. I can't think of anything worse in life than having a young child who is sick. Seriously. I mean, I'm so lucky every night I get to talk to you about sports, and I always take in your comments, and I try to be very interactive with the listening audience, but this is sports, you know? And you can be a Knoll or you can be a Gator, and you can go back and forth. Oh, the officiating. Oh, you rush the field. Oh, Florida won the first 17 out of 19, even though Florida had 6 straight at home and 8 of the first 10 at home. I mean, you can go back, and it's all supposed to be fun, right? I mean, I know that every once in a while people go sideways and maybe throw a punch or two, or it may cost you a relationship. But for the most part, this is supposed to be fun. Sports is supposed to be fun. What we're dealing with here tonight is anything but fun. It's a real serious situation. And what I've always enjoyed about this radio station is I hear people say, well, it's a one-horse town, Jacksonville. All they have is the Jaguars. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. The Jaguars are huge, but this is also an enormous college football town. It's an enormous college town. It is an enormous golf town. I mean, think of all the bets you make on the golf course, right? All you winners this week, throw down a hunch, right? Karma, I don't know. There's so much more. I mean, you got transplants like me who love hockey, who love baseball. Okay, you got guys like JJ who love the NBA. Right, JJ? You're a big NBA guy.
Not really. I mean, I love the NBA, but it's not my favorite.
I'm just having some fun with you. I know there are NBA fans out there.
I do watch the NBA. I was watching Luka versus Steph last night.
Really?
I'm usually not until like December-ish getting into it, but yeah, it was interesting.
Any 3-on-1s, but they just pulled up and hoisted threes?
There was a play like right at the end of the game with 3 minutes left where Luka steals the ball. It's him and another guy. It's a 2-on-1, and of course he pulls up for 3. He drilled it, but I just can't get used to it, man. It's tough. It's basically it was a 3-point shooting contest at the end of the game, which it always turns into. That's what I hate about the league right now.
No. So what's great about this radio station is regardless of what side you're on, particularly when it comes to college football, it seems like everyone comes together here for this great event. And it's not like we do this monthly. We do it once a year. And we try to do it during the given part of the season, right after Thanksgiving and obviously before the season-ending holiday. So, again, the number is 904-207-7070. Asking for $96, but anything that you can donate, we do appreciate. Also, text GOAL to 243-725. We just got an anonymous caller for a $1,000 match. It goes on to say here, I've been handed this, okay? We thank an anonymous caller for a $1,000 match. If you give now to help local families tackle childhood cancer, your gift will be matched up to $2,500. Can we get $2,500? It's going to be matched. That's $5,000 plus the $1,000. That's $6,000. Come on. Again, we want to thank an anonymous caller, $1,000 match. If you give now to help local families tackle childhood cancer, your gift will be matched up to $2,500. Call 904-207-7070 now. Love it. This is the this is the Trayvon Walker, Aiden Hutchinson week. You know, there's a lot of storylines. It's the return of DJ Chark, even though obviously Jacksonville's going there. He's not coming here. You look at things statistically speaking, Aiden Hutchinson has had a better year. Okay, no one is going to argue with that. Hutchinson, 5.5 sacks to Trayvon Walker's 2.5. Quarterback hits, Hutch has 10, Walker 6. Picks, 2 for Hutchinson, 1 for Walker. Walker has more overall tackles, 37 to 31 for Hutchinson, and pressures, Hutchinson with 26, Walker with 21. Of course, Walker has not been used, as a pass rush guy only. You know that as Jaguar fans. He did not play a good game on Sunday. He was very hesitant. I think he probably was thinking a little bit too much with a classic dual threat as a quarterback in Lamar Jackson. Josh Allen, who I understand has become, kind of the go-to guy in the world of criticism. He has gone 7 straight games without a sack. He was much better when it came to getting to the quarterback. Arden Key was better when it came to getting to the quarterback. Dewan Smoot was better when it came to getting to the quarterback. There's some school of thought, and let me see here as far as pressures. Josh Allen had 6 pressures. Smoot had 4, Key 3, Hamilton 3, Big Foley 2, Wingard, Jenkins, and Harris with 1. So not even a pressure last week for Walker. Devin Lloyd struggled as well. We know he's not starting, and Doug Peterson went on today to say that for a second consecutive week, it is going to be more of Chad Muma. He has earned that responsibility. And, there was a lot of 4-3, a 4-3 look for Jacksonville. And in some circles, it was even, a 3-5 with 2 safeties and only 1 corner against a team that was obviously going to run it, and they have the, very good tight end in Mark Andrews. But there were times where Jacksonville was only rushing 3. And the 3 that they were rushing were Fado Cassie, Hamilton, and Roy Robertson Harris. And you literally had 5 linebackers. Okay, now one of them, whether it be Allen or Walker, would move up to the line of scrimmage. But you had Allen and Walker on the sides. And then you went inside, and you have Aloakan, Muma, and Lloyd. And Lloyd really got beat. He got beat in coverage. Okay, the Josh Oliver touchdown on Lloyd. Mark Andrews dropped a touchdown in the end zone on Lloyd. Muma and Jenkins both got caught on that 62-yard play from Lamar Jackson to Deshaun Jackson. So we're seeing young guys perhaps being asked to do too much, perhaps being asked to do things that they're not overly familiar with. I like the fact that they changed around their defensive scheme, that at times they went with the big nickel. Okay, that, of course, Muma would be out. Or, Lloyd would be out. And they would actually have 3 safeties in. Different looks against a running team. Can they afford to do that this week against Detroit? We'll find out. I'll go through the injury report here coming up momentarily. But all of a sudden, there's a lot of talk. I mean, Baltimore was in the 21 personnel an awful lot, right? 2 tight ends, 1 back. And that is a tackling opportunity game plan that your defense should be able to take advantage of. The man who really had the feast was Aloakan, but on a stat producing game, Walker was absent. And Devin Lloyd did not play well in only 27 snaps. Okay, I think Muma had 72 in Walker 27. So did they hit the rookie wall? Fine. Is it time to make some changes? Yeah. There are. And, people now are like, well, let's see what Devin Lloyd can do on the line of scrimmage. He did it at Utah. He blitzed, put him on the edge, slide Walker inside. And, I've had conversations about that, but my thinking is, well, wait a minute. You have 6 games remaining. You can't teach it now. All right, you can't practice it with contact now. Heck, you don't practice it with contact for the most part anyway, outside of maybe something in August. But do you want to take this football team now with 6 games to go and once again ask Trayvon Walker to do something else? Is Key better on the edge? Is DeJuan Smoot better on the edge? They were 4 days ago, right? Should Walker be one of those guys who moves inside? Are you going to ask Lloyd? And I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and tell you I watched a ton of Utah tape. Okay, I'm not. But my understanding is that he basically freelanced at Utah. And he followed the ball at Utah. And he trusted his football instincts at Utah, where he dropped in coverage, where he was stout against the run. He also blitzed. Maybe this is the best that you are going to be able to get out of Devin Lloyd, asking him to become that type of guy. Both rookies struggled last week. So it'll be interesting to see how their snap count is. Muma's going to get the start. Obviously, with Goff, this is a team that can pass the football. So I would expect more of that than certainly what we did see this past Sunday with Baltimore. All right. We got much more to do. We're going to be with you tonight till 8. The J-Fun Radiothon is ongoing right now. Call 904-207-7070 or text GOLD to 243-725. We just got an anonymous caller. Thank you. That is $1,000. The anonymous caller is for a $1,000 match. Now, if you give to help the local families here tackle childhood cancer, your gift will be matched up to $2,500. Got a call right now, 904-207-7070. That's 904-207-7070. Once again, last year we hit 243,000. Right now, we are up to $223,166. So I know that is asking a lot from you. We need about $20,000 to pass that by from last year, and that would be spectacular. Okay, 223,166 is where we sit. We need 20,000. If we can pull that off this hour, that would be absolutely spectacular. Again, the best way to get a hold of us, 904-207-7070. We're asking for $96, but anything that you can donate is absolutely appreciated by us all. We got much more to do. We're with you tonight till 8 o'clock. It's good to have you with us.
Hi, this is Dave Barker. Multi-unit hair grafting is now available at IHRS and can give you 3 times more hair in one procedure over a traditional hair transplant.
Multi-unit hair grafting gave me more hair in one procedure and within my budget.
You can grow your hair back with this exclusive new procedure. Call for a free evaluation. Call IHRS 904-777-IHRS 777-IHRS 777-4477.
Honda continues to impress with their new lineup this year. Don't settle for less when the best is just minutes away. We invite you to visit your local Honda dealer and see the vehicles everyone is talking about. Remember, only a Honda is a Honda. Come see us. We're dealing.
When Wingstop made a chicken sandwich, you know they couldn't just make just one. Now you can have all 12 sauces and toss favorites, like the OG Hot, with a side of ranch, mango habanero, and my favorite, lemon pepper. This is Leon Searcy. You're hearing it from me. The Favorites and Chicken Sandwich is back at all your local Wingstop locations. So do like I do. Pick your favorite flavor and try the new chicken sandwich today at Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings.
Googans, do you suffer with neck or back pain? My friend Dr. Alan Nathans at Disc Centers of America on Bay Meadows Road helps people diagnosed with bulging, herniated, and degenerated discs, sciatica, or stenosis. Dr. Nathans uses that DRX 9000 non-surgical spinal decompression table to gently unbulge and unherniate discs that are causing sciatica. Don't do another cortisone injection. Stay active and healthy as you get older. Dancing at 50, golf at 60, the river run at 70. Yes, yes, and yes. DrNathans.com.
Hey, Jaguars fans, are you tired of being late to the game because you're stuck in traffic or circling the lot looking for a place to park? Well, join the thousands of other Jags fans who already know the smartest way to get to TIAA Bank Field is on the JTA Game Day Express. Shuttles run from 4 convenient locations around Jacksonville, including the Kings Avenue parking garage on the South Bank. Tickets start at just $10 and are available exclusively on the Token Transit mobile app. The JTA Game Day Express. It's like winning before the game even starts.
Need your carpets and towel looking great for that special holiday party? Call Zero Res. Zero Res technicians are cleaning freaks. Google it and read more than 5,000 5-star reviews. Zero Res. Spell it forwards or backwards. Zero Res. It's the right way to clean.
Hi, Jags fans. Walker Little here for my friends at Kingfish Pest Control. Playing offensive line in the NFL, I must block and protect on every down. When it comes to keeping my home pest-free, I expect that same level of protection. So I contacted Kingfish after seeing thousands of positive online customer reviews about their service. I can confirm from personal experience, bugs don't stand a chance getting past Kingfish Pest Control. Do what I did. Reach out to Kingfish Pest Control to protect your home, a proud partner of your Jacksonville Jaguars. Does your home or building need painting? For over 20 years, Performance Painting has had the privilege of preserving many of Jacksonville's most prominent buildings. That said, we feel like we're just getting started. I'm Jason Parker, and our team thrives on preparing, protecting, and preserving the homes, businesses, and public buildings that make up our local landscape. Contact us today to put our years of experience to work for you. Performance Painting. Prepare, protect, preserve.
Performance Painting.
Jeff Prosser here. Do you have a damaged roof on your home? I did too, so I had Ken Lawler and his team help me get my roof replaced through my property insurance. Ken, tell us how it works.
Jeff, our team walks you through the process and eliminates the confusion that comes with filing an insurance claim and getting it properly settled. It's all free if we don't recover money for your claim. If you have a damaged roof, call Fifth Element Adjusting or visit FEAclaims.com. If you're happy with the outcome of your claim, Fifth Element Adjusting will not be able to help you. Ken Lawler, DFS number P213199.
Estate cleanouts, hoarding cleanouts, old appliances, and even tools. There are tons of reasons why you or someone you know may need expert help clearing space. J-Dog Junk Removal will responsibly help you free up space. That means when they leave your place, it looks better. Whether it's you or a loved one that needs one type of cleanout at your home, trust the veterans at J-Dog Junk Removal. Veteran-owned and operated. Call 844-GET-JDOG or visit jdog.com.
Find your why in a rewarding career at the First Coast YMCA. Did you know the Y runs the before and after school programs at every public elementary school in Clay County? It's true, and we can only open up new spots for students when we have enough staff. And that means the Y needs you. The Y is an equal opportunity employer, and we're hiring youth program leaders, lifeguards, instructors, and much more. Visit your local Y for more information. Find your passion, find your why, and a career at fcymca.org.
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
Hi there, I'm Chris Berman of ESPN, and every time I get back to the Jacksonville area, I listen to the Tom Coughlin J Fund Radiothon on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
This is Tom Coughlin. I'm encouraging you to be there for these kids and their families.
Call 207-7070 right now with your gift.
Thank you.
Into the Night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
All right, we have about a half hour left right here during the J-Fun Radiothon. We have put together another spectacular day, but we need more here in our final hour. The number to call is 904-207-7070. Asking for $96 pledge. You can also text GOAL to 243-725. Got an anonymous caller here who we want to thank for the $1,000 match. And if you give now to help the local families here tackle childhood cancer, your gift will be matched up to $2,500. So 904-207-7070. And at last look, we're at $223,166, which is tremendous, but it doesn't match what we hit a year ago, which was $243,000. So it's time to pick it up. If you can, please, 904-207-7070. We're joined here by George Ivanoff, who is in studio, and his 9-year-old daughter, Mila, unfortunately has a form of bone cancer, and the J Fund has been able to help out George and his family. How you doing, George?
Hey, Rick. Glad to be here. Glad to be here tonight, Rick.
Yeah, it's good to have you with us. Tell us about your 9-year-old daughter, Mila. How is she? And, just give us a little bit on her.
Sure. Thanks, Rick. So, hi, Mila. I think Mila's listening. And
All right.
Daddy's here thinking about you. So, back in November of last year, Mila received a diagnosis of osteosarcoma. It was, long story short, they sort of found the tumor by accident, thinking that it was an injury from like a sports thing.
Okay.
So, my sports medicine doctor, Dr. Casey McGlone, phenomenal. He spotted it and found it and conferred with other physicians, and that was like on a Friday, and he got us into Nemours Monday morning, and things just happened really fast from there. So her diagnosis was she had a significant sized tumor in her left radius in her arm, and they ultimately had to take it out surgically and replace that with a cadaver bone. Her treatment involved 18 weeks of inpatient chemotherapy, 3 to 5 days at a clip, with surgery in the middle, after week 9 of chemo. But she's doing good now. She's doing great. She's bounced back. Just started guitar lessons, which is super exciting, given that her initial diagnosis might be that she was going to lose a lot of the functionality in her left hand.
Wow.
Yeah.
Guitar lessons for me.
Isn't that amazing?
Oh, that's incredible to hear. Let's. I know it's hard to do, but let's go back to, when you first learned about this. Just a normal checkup, and it was spotted by your physician. I can't imagine what that must have been like for you and your wife and Mila to decide what to do next and how to go about that process.
Yeah, it was difficult. It caught us by surprise. We thought it was something where she bumped it, and we went in and had her checked out in urgent care, and they missed the diagnosis initially. And after a couple of weeks of the swelling not going down, we took her in to Casey, and he says, "Yeah, this is not right," and it just caught us by surprise. It was a huge left hook.
Yeah,
and stunned us, and just from there, everything moved super fast. Just almost in the blink of an eye, I'm sitting here in front of you, Rick.
Yeah, I can't imagine what that's like. The sleepless nights with you and your wife, the conversations you have with Mila, the conversations you have not with Mila. It just, I just can't imagine how difficult that must have been.
Yeah, so, you're hitting it spot on. Just trying to make sense of it all, to balance everything. She's got a little brother who's 18 months her junior, and try to have him understand what's going on. The hardest conversation actually being with Mila, on being able to explain to her what is going on and how her life is going to change. It was very impactful to her that she was going to lose her hair, her long, beautiful hair that she was very proud of, and it's now coming back. But just a lot of those sort of deep, difficult conversations with family, with friends, having to engage with the schools. It was just a nightmare, It's something I wouldn't wish on anybody.
Wow. Mila, we're proud of you if you are listening. The hair will grow back. She's 9 years of age. Again, a form of bone cancer. We're visiting here with her dad, George Ivanoff. So let's get into the J Fund here a little bit. You continue on working. The bills are going to come in. Unfortunately in life, if someone gets sick, they don't stop coming in. And that's a big part of what the J Fund is all about. But whether it was financially or emotionally or the combination of them both, take us through that process once you made that call.
Yeah, sure. What's been great about the J Fund is, number one, they've been there. Be there, that's their slogan, right? Be there. And they've been there since the beginning. We got our diagnosis. Immediately, our case manager at the hospital, Kristen, hands us a backpack with the J Fund logo emblazoned on it, full of helpful information, connected us with the type of services that were available. Very early on, it was difficult for us, for our pride to say, no, we're going to handle this. We're going to circle the wagons, and whatever resources we have, we're going to do it. And, cancer just does not play fair, okay? It plays dirty. There are things that happen that you just can't account for, don't expect. And to your point, the bills, they rack up very fast. So, when you start getting to the point where you're like, all right, am I going to start liquidating my 401k? Or reducing, college fund contributions, those kinds of things. And J Fund jumps in and is like, no, let's not interrupt your life. Let us help you out, at least to give you a reset to catch your breath and better plan. Because that's the problem, when something like this happens, it's not something necessarily that you plan for. So you get hit, and all of a sudden you're scrambling, and things are coming at you from every direction. And they just provided so much help in that respect, both, mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally. Just you want to talk about wraparound care. I mean, they do it right.
We are talking with George Ivanoff. His 9-year-old daughter, Mila, is part of the J Fund, and the entire family part of the Tom Coughlin J Fund. We have about 30 minutes remaining. We're asking for $96 pledges, but anything that you can make is absolutely appreciated. The number is 904-207-7070, or you can text GOAL to 243-725. Again, we just received moments ago, and thank you to an anonymous caller for a $1,000 match. If you give now and help these local families tackle cancer, childhood cancer, they are going to match that gift all the way up to $2,500. Again, the number is 904-207-7070. Please call now. I can tell by looking at you and talking with you that as a dad, give it to me. Anything but my daughter. I know the way that dads are wired. So take us there for the dads listening. I mean, again, it's your daughter, and she's not well. How do you handle that? How do you talk to her about that? And again, where did the J Fund come in that part of it?
Yeah. So I mean, first and foremost, you feel helpless. Okay, because I'll tell you, a couple of Father's Days ago, my daughter got me a shirt that says, "Don't worry, I'll fix it." Mm-hmm. That's my thing. Don't worry about it. I'll fix it. You broke your toy, whatever it is. That's sort of my thing. And I couldn't say that, with this wasn't something that I was going to be able to fix. So that's a hard pill to swallow, and it makes you angry, right? It makes you angry at the world, that you can't fix what's wrong with your kid. But J Fund comes through and, sets up the distractions, the events, all of this positive energy and showing you that, hey, there's a light at the end of the tunnel, catch your breath. It's going to be okay. Here's some funds to help with your housing bills or, repairs to the car, whatever the case may be, gas to get you to and from the hospital, meals, all sorts of little things. And, I think even more importantly, we talk about distractions and we talk about the events, like even things for the siblings. Nico, our 8-year-old, they don't understand. The younger siblings or even the older siblings, they don't, at that age, 7, 8, 9 years old, they don't understand what's going on. And they can develop like a jealousy almost. They see their kid just being showered with love and attention and gifts and all sorts of things. And now they're thinking to themselves, do I have to get cancer?
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So it's hard, right?
Oh, yeah.
So the J Fund, I mean, just genius what they do on just doing specific events just for the siblings so that the brothers and sisters know, hey, I'm not forgotten. I'm important too. I'm still part of this family. It's just been great for our son. It's really, really helped.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that, George. I've been doing this now for 15 years. I never really considered that part of it. And that's why every year that we do this, I learn a little something new about what the J Fund does. That is a phenomenal point, and I'm so glad to hear that. So congratulations to your son as well. Mila's 9. Oh man, what a 3 or 4 times a week chemo. What a really tough young girl you have. Wow.
Yeah, she's super strong. So proud of her. I'm so proud of her. She showed me something that she had in her that I didn't know was there. She's our artistic child. She's a flower. She's a princess. She's very soft and sensitive and emotional, and Nico tends to be our rough and tumble, he's our boy, right? And, but Mila, let me tell you what I have learned from that kid. I don't think that I could have handled what she did the way she did, 18 weeks of inpatient chemotherapy with drugs that are strong enough to kill a human being because they can't give those to adults because our bodies won't handle it. The way it was described to us is that our organs will shut down. They're not, as fresh and clean as a child's are. And you could see it. I mean, it affected her. She had dark circles in her eyes. She lost a ton of weight. Her hair was gone. She was almost unrecognizable. And she manned up and she just handled it. She handled it. What a fighter, let me tell you.
Well, George, I'm real happy to hear that for you and your wife, and for the 8-year-old Nico, and Mila at the age of 9. We're so proud of her. I'm going to speak for our listening audience right now because getting a lot of texts and things that are coming in here on our text line. They're pulling for her as well. So I want Mila to know that in Jacksonville, we want to see you get through this and return and be the beautiful young girl that you have just described. It's a great story, George, and I want to thank you very much for coming by.
Thank you for having me, Rick. I really appreciate the video.
My pleasure. Unbelievable. We're pulling for you, Mila, and Nico as well. You take care of your sister. What an unbelievable story. And again, the J Fund, an A+ here, helping out with the Ivanov family. All right, let's do it. We got about 20 minutes to go, folks. 904-207-7070. Anything you can give. Anything at all. 904-207-7070 or text GOLD to 243-725. Again, we just got an anonymous caller who made a $1,000 match. Thank you. Now, we'd like to give, if you would like to give, to help out local families tackle childhood cancer, your gift will now be matched up to $2,500. Please call right now, 904-207-7070. And again, we are at $223,166. Last year, we hit $243,000. We need $20,000 right now. And believe me, your $96 helps. You may think, oh, it's only $96, and it helps. Every dollar helps. Please call now, 904-207-7070. We got much more to do. We'll take it tonight till 8, then it's Hacker Nation.
They were tired of cold showers when second in line or the washing machine was on. They called Rooter, asked about a new water heater, perhaps a tankless system. Rooter learned about their needs, then told them how a tankless system provides hot water on demand. Instant, whether you're running your dishwasher, a couple of showers at once, and the kitchen sink. An installation was scheduled, it was done in a day, and now, no more cold showers. Rooter, providing plumbing and septic services to customers throughout Northeast Florida. DuckDuckRooter.com.
Are you sick and tired of living with constant pain in your knees and back? You know, joint pain doesn't just keep you from doing things that you love. It affects your job, relationships, even simple things like getting dressed. Leon Searcy here. It's time to call QC Kinetics. QC Kinetics uses advanced regenerative medicine to restore and repair damaged tissues, giving you new life. Hips, shoulders, elbows. They can all be treated with natural biologics from your own body. Powerful healing agents, highly concentrated. If you're tired of steroid shots that don't work, or if you're trying to avoid surgery, call QC Kinetics now to schedule your free consultation. Learn about these exciting new cutting-edge treatments for pain caused by arthritis or injury. No drugs, no pain meds, no downtime. This is an all-natural treatment that can get you lasting relief. People here are raving about the results. Call now. Appointments are available for this coming week. Call QC Kinetics 904-274-5522. With locations in Mandarin and Ponte Vedra. 904-274-5522.
Brian and Angela Wall here with Window World. Hurricanes happen in Florida. That's not news. But what happens even more often than hurricanes are home break-ins. And if security is important to you, you might want to look into hurricane-rated impact windows.
What you may not know is that hurricane-rated impact windows not only help protect your home in case of a hurricane, but they also offer another level of security for your home.
Have you seen those videos on YouTube that show people trying to break through an impact window? A thief is way too lazy to spend his energy trying to break through one of our impact windows. That's why he doesn't have a real job like you. He'd rather break your non-impact window while you're at work. Window World has high-quality, very affordable hurricane-rated impact windows to help protect your home from hurricanes and from lazy thieves.
Call us today at 904-443-7001. Get a free estimate and see for yourself. You save energy, get more security, and the windows add value to your home. With all Window World windows, you get the best guarantee in the window replacement business.
Window World, simply the best for less. And thank you for your business.
Ballou here for Shinatri Chiropractic, the breakdown of the body. Stop fighting it. Visit Shinatri Chiropractic, the official chiropractor of JU Athletics. Back and neck pain, arms, legs giving you problems. Get an effective diagnosis and treatment with an adjustment or dry needling. How about acupuncture, which I love because it works. Get rid of your pain and tension. Call 743-6700 or visit them at 2711 University Boulevard, Shinatri Chiropractic.
Listen up, Jacksonville. It's Santa, the undisputed champion of cheer. I'm helping out my favorite credit union, 1-to-1 Financial. Oh, yeah. With their annual toy drive for the kids and teens of Sulzbacher. What I need you to do, my Jacks brothers and sisters, get a bunch of new, unopened toys and bring them to your nearest 1-to-1 Financial location. Through December 11th, it all goes to support a huge holiday throwdown for the kids. Dorcas Drake style. Woo! Get all the deets at 1-to-1FCU.org. Do your part, Jacksonville.
Are you an electrician looking for better pay and benefits? Miller Electric Company has the industry-leading compensation package. Electricians are eligible for a signing bonus up to $1,000. Now, they're partnering with the Jaguars on their new performance facility, the Miller Electric Center. Miller Electric has opportunities for you to work on some of the most exciting projects right here in Jacksonville. Whether you're experienced or not, visit MillerCareers.com, an equal opportunity employer. That's MillerCareers.com.
This holiday season, unwrap a brand new Dreamfinders home. You'll enjoy everything that makes the holidays merry and bright with family and friends in an expertly built, energy-efficient Dreamfinders home. What could be better than calling one of St. Johns County's magnificent communities such as Shearwater, Beacon Lake, or Silverleaf home as 2022 comes to a close and an exciting new year begins. Plus, with an interest rate lock special from Dreamfinders Homes, the timing is perfect to be in a gorgeous move-in ready home. Happy holidays to all from Dreamfinders Homes. Visit dreamfindershomes.com.
Atlantic Self-Storage, the official storage partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Need to make room to watch football in your home or need a place to park your boat or RV? Store it all at Atlantic Self-Storage. Over 50 locations in Northeast Florida. 24-hour access, all with month-to-month leases. Moving? They can help with supplies. They make storage easy. Go to AtlanticSelfStorage.com or call 877-WE-STORE to find a storage solution near you. Go Jags!
This 1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
I'm Tom Coughlin, and I choose to be there for the Tom Coughlin J Fund because we're here for the kids. We want to be there for families who have a child with cancer, and we want to do the very best we can to take the stress away from the parents so that they can spend their time trying to help their young child get better.
Call 904-207-7070 now. Into the Night with Rick Ballou on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
There'll be no more crying for you. The sun will be shining.
Rest in peace, Christine McVie. So underrated. But, you know, great on organ and great background singer. I mean, when she was the front woman, she was really, really good herself. I thought she was great as a solo act. But she's gone today at the age of 79. Never had a chance to see Fleetwood Mac, and that's disappointing. I did see Stevie Nicks, but never had a chance to see her or Fleetwood Mac. All right. We are up against it. We have less than 20 minutes to go. Actually, we have about, 13 minutes left in the show, right, JJ?
We have about 13 minutes left in the show. You can give to the J Fund any time throughout the year, but we really want you to do it before the end of our show.
Oh, yeah.
207-7070 or text GOAL, GOAL, to 243-725.
My buddy Kenny Purcell donated $1,010, 1010 earlier this morning, and he just did it again. And he did it in memory of Amy Caroline, Krista Elizabeth, and Judy Coughlin. I know Kenny well. Thank you, sir. Much appreciated. We have a long-distance donation. In 30 years of radio, I don't think I've ever said a long-distance dedication, like the great Casey Kasem. You're too young. You probably don't even remember Casey Kasem.
I know who Casey Kasem is.
Right?
I
Casey,
do.
You know what's great about Casey Kasem is he could play Freebird and make it a 2-minute song. You know, I mean, he could do that for – it didn't matter how long the song was. Casey Kasem I mean, you could be in the middle of a guitar solo. He was going to step in and say, they're number 19 on the charts. But we have a long-distance donation. Mark in Izmira from West Lynn, Oregon.
Damn.
$250. Andrew Maples, $1,000. Craig Smith of DBA, right? Duval Striping, $1,010. Jim and Kathy Peter, $2,000. This is unbelievable. Let's bring in Tom Champion.
Rick, I have more.
Who has been just an enormous part of this in our 15 years. We are so up against it with about 10 minutes to go, but you've got us some good news.
Yeah, I love my job here because I bring you good news.
We love it as well.
About 12 hours ago at 7 o'clock this morning, we started with Tom Coughlin joining Dan Hicken on the drill, and U.S. Assure began the show with a $5,000 match.
Wow.
U.S. Assure is ending your show with another $5,000 gift.
Spectacular.
So
Thank you very much.
that's $10,000 from U.S. Assure today. Wow.
That's great.
That's amazing, dude.
Tom, this is such a special day. I know you love it. I know we had twins in here earlier. You have twins, but every year it's a real humbling day for us all.
Rick, you know what my favorite part of this day is? I'm the one person that gets to be in the room during all the interviews.
Right.
With Tom Coughlin, with all the guests, the families, the moms, the dads, the kids, and there's usually a doctor. That is the best moment of the hour, watching and listening to the interviews, feeling the emotion, feeling the human spirit in people, feeling the joy and feeling the opposite emotions and everything in between. And watching Tom Coughlin twice today was amazing. Rick, when he was at his best, was when he was talking about the people that he has seen and been with during his experience for, this is 25 years, 26 years, I think.
Back to 1996, right?
He doesn't get more excited than that at a football game. You can tell how much he cares about it.
Right.
And here's the thing that really shows me how much he cares. When the microphone shut off, he continued to talk about those people. He knows their names. He knows their situations. He even remembered somebody from back in the mid-'90s today. He knew both of their names and told a story. That is true passion and true caring about something. I'm just blown away by getting to see, sometimes when you see something but you don't get to see behind the curtain, you don't know the real story. Well, I get to see behind the curtain.
Camera on,
and
camera.
I know the real story, and what you think you see and hear is exactly what it is.
Camera on, camera off.
Yeah.
No difference.
It's the same.
Tom this happened back at BC. He came down here. It would have been so easy for him to say, forget about it.
Of course.
I got a year head start to try to build this NFL operation, working out of trailers. Yeah. The way it was when the Jaguars came into existence.
And you know how important detail is to him. He is a detail to the last degree guy. To make time, the way he's made time for people who need his help, and the way he looks them in the eye. I mean, it is just so beautiful to see. It's so real, so genuine.
Yeah. Stay right there for a minute. I want to give the number again, 904-207-7070. Again, we've only got about 6 or 7 minutes left. We're trying to break the record of 243,000. I'm estimating right now we're probably somewhere in the neighborhood of about $230,000. I mean, we need about another 14,000 if we can. 904-207-7070 or text GOLD to 243-725. I learn something every year.
We all learn something every year.
You think when George Ivanoff said to me about 15 minutes ago about the siblings, I have never considered that. When you know, when you're a young kid, you're very impressionable. There's certain things you don't understand yet because of the lack of maturation.
Right.
And obviously, you're going to treat someone who's going through cancer more than your healthy child.
Of course.
And the healthy children and little boys and little girls, they get left behind. The Tom Coughlin sets up events just for them.
And it was great that George noticed that, because you could see how easy it would be to not notice that because of the focus and the energy and the time is all in one direction. So an amazing point by George, and something that the Tom Coughlin J Fund has not overlooked.
No.
One of the incredible things about this organization is they are so broad in the things that they do to help.
Right.
They look for all the ways that could possibly, all the needs that are there, and they try to fill those needs, and they do such a wonderful job at it.
Well, it gets better every year. We got about 5 minutes to go. 904-207-7070. Anything that you can do as far as your donations. We've received a lot of really good ones here this hour. As a matter of fact, in the last 30 minutes or so.
Rick, I just want to say one more thing, too.
Yeah.
Because today comes the day after Giving Tuesday, when people are asked by every organization to give. 1010XL's listeners, I call them friends, they wait for this day.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure a lot of them save up their money for this day because it's important to them, too. And you who have given today, you're the reason why this day is such a success. You're the reason why the Tom Coughlin J Fund can help so many people. And you're the reason why 1010XL loves this day more than any other day of the year.
Yeah. It is an unbelievable day. It really is. It is absolutely spectacular. And a lot of behind the scenes, a lot of hard work, a lot of people care so much about this. Well, we got a couple of minutes left, Tom. Anything else that you could do to get these phones ringing in our final 3 minutes?
Well, the only thing I want to add is if you can't get to your phone or your computer before 8 o'clock, you can, during Hacker After Dark, you can go to the Tom Coughlin J Fund website at tcjfund.org. And you can make your donation then. But our phone bank will be closed at 8, so we'd love you to get your call in before 8 o'clock so that we can end this night on a bang.
No doubt about it. Tommy Champion, thank you as always.
Oh, it's my honor. Thank you, Rick.
All right, there he goes. Tom Champion, great man, and he's been here since day one. One of the originals here at 1010XL and 92.5 FM. All right, final moments. JJ, anything you want to add? I know that you've done this twice today now.
Oh, yeah. This is probably my 6th, 7th, 8th year. I don't even know. Second time today. And it just, the families, dude. Like, you never expect yourself to be put in a situation like that. And especially with your kid. Like, I just can't imagine what these dads go through. You always think, like, hey, I'm a dad. I'm here to protect my kids and family. And then that's something you can't do anything about. And you got to feel helpless and give what you can, man. Help these people out. J-Fund does an absolutely phenomenal job.
Yeah, there's no question about that. All right, folks, 904-207-7070, 904-207-7070. We're a little bit behind last year's 243,000. At last look, we were at 223,000. But I have a feeling the phones are still ringing. 904-207-7070 or text GOAL to 243-725. I'll see you tomorrow at Mr. Chubby's 6 to 8 out in Ponte Vedra. Again, the number 904-207-7070. Thank you to you all. For JJ, I'm Rick Ballou. We'll talk tomorrow, 6 to 8.
continues to impress with their new lineup this year. Don't settle for less when the best is just minutes away. We invite you to visit your local Honda dealer and see the vehicles everywhere.